welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Star. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. Today we're going to be doing my weekly cash unstuffing for the first week of June, and we're going to be unstuffing a total of $255, and I have everything written over here that I'm going to be taking out of my envelope. So first we're going to be dipping into my cash wallet here that I got from the Orderly Mom. If you were interested in checking out these beautiful cash wallets, then check out my description box down below for a coupon for 10% off from the Orderly Mom shop. Okay, so we are going to take $100 out of groceries, which is what I usually have in here. When I went to Walmart, I bought some other stuff along with groceries, so I just used my card for everything. But let's see, that's 50, 70, 90, and 100. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys, I have $5 over here for change, and I think that's all I'll need today. If not, we will adjust accordingly. And forgive my whiteouts over here because I wrote down the wrong total earlier, and we're just having one of those days. Okay, so next we're gonna have spending, and we need to take out $4. And I have 8, so I'm going to put in this 5 and give myself $1 for change. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 left in spending. You guys, my rollover savings for when I next cash stuff is going to be a little bit pitiful, but that is okay. Some weeks are like that. So let me go ahead and check this off. I actually rented a video off of Prime Video. And then after, I rented it for my son because he really wanted to see this movie. And then afterwards, I was like, I could have got that movie from the library. Like, my library still has DVDs. I could have saved some money, but it's okay. I'm over it. All right, so the next category we have is my son, Gabriel, and he is going to be unstuffing $73 today. So in his envelope, from him making an A on his report card, his grandpa gave him some money, and then I usually give him money for helping out with the yard work. He currently has $20, $40, $50, $55, which means that I'm going to dip into his other envelope in my long-term binder so that he can pay the rest of his little bill. See, what he did was he wanted to get some Robux from Roblox or something, and plus he wanted to order this new body shell for his race car, and that was a hefty $70 plus shipping, so it'll be okay. All right, so let's see what he has in this envelope. So if you were curious, the envelope that's in my cash wallet is for his spending, that he can just spend on whatever he wants. And this particular envelope is for all the other important stuff. But for today's purposes, we're going to dip into this envelope. So let's see if I can get 73 out of here. 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 71, 72, 73. So it looks like he will have just $1 left in this envelope, and I'll have to beef this up for when I cash stuff. So let me double check. 20, 40, 60, 70, 75. Wait a minute. 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 71, 72, and 73. Okay. So he's paid his little bill, and I'll stick that. Let's stick all of that together for right now. All right, and then we'll check this off. Okay, so next I need to go into my dog Jackson's envelope, because I've mentioned in my previous videos that I think he may be allergic to a flea bite. I did go and get his medicine, and I had to go and buy him an inflatable collar because he just kept biting and chewing at one particular spot at the base of his tail. So I got the medicine, and I was able to get an appointment. I get his annual appointment anyway, but I'm also going to get them to check, like, hopefully he won't need an allergy shot. Like, since I gave him the flea medicine, he hasn't really been scratching a whole lot, you know, as much as he used to. So I'm not sure. I'm still watching him, but I'll see whenever I get to the vet, which means I'll have to beef this up as well to pay for the vet visit. Okay, so $60. So 50. Oh, 60. That was easy. All right, and he has $40 left. You know, these I almost said people, but Jackson is a person. These living beings in my home are getting expensive, and none of them work. None of them work. But that's all right. It's summertime, and we're going to figure out how to get my child a job. Okay, so next we are going to unstuff work. Speaking of work, I am very happy to say that I am finally done with my school year. I am officially on summer break, but it doesn't feel like it because now I'm playing catch up with all the stuff that I've neglected at my house and personal stuff that I've neglected, but hopefully it'll even out soon enough. Okay, so we're going into work and we are unstuffing $18 because I needed to buy some bubble wrap. Because if you didn't know, we are moving schools. I'm a school librarian. We're moving schools, so I needed bubble wrap to pack up some extra stuff. And one day, I just bought myself some breakfast. So, $18. So, 10, 15. So, I'm going to just do 20 and give myself $2 back. 1, 2. So, we have 1, 2, 3, and $4 left currently in my work envelope, and I'm gonna give this envelope a rest, and I might start back stuffing it when we get closer to the beginning of the new school year. But until then, I'm gonna pretend like that envelope does not exist. Okay, so let me go ahead and count this and make sure that it equals 255. Actually, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll just take this out because that was my extra change, and let me go ahead and count. So we have 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 190, 200, 10, 20, 230, 235, 40, 245, 250, and 255, which is perfect. So now, really quickly, I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to see what we can condense in here. I know I just did a huge condensing, was it last week? 2 weeks ago? Something like that. But I'm just going to go through really quickly and double check because you never know. Now, let's see. At the time that I am filming this, it is currently Thursday, and I will be uploading this on Friday evening, which means that for me, yesterday was my last day of working, and I thought it was gonna be like a really quiet day because, mind you, all the other teachers are gone. There's nobody really in the building except administrators and custodians. So 50, 70, 90. I can do a whole 50 in this envelope. And so I was because there's just so few people in the building. Had to double check, make sure that was right. I was very surprised to see one of the kindergarten assistants coming down the stairs as I was going up the stairs, along with my actual library assistant. And I said, oh, $1 is in Gabriel. And I said, what are you guys doing here? And then the kindergarten assistant says, well, our assistant principal called me down here because I have to clean off what I wrote on the wall. Long story short, the very last day for students, she wrote on the wall in my library. She wrote her name, so I'll just give her a fake name. She just put Stacy was here with like a little star under it, so we can't do anything with this. And then my assistant, my actual library assistant, she's on the older side, okay? She's like 78 years old. So she was making a joke, and next to what she wrote, she put My assistant was here for the entire time that the building was standing, and our building is super old. It's literally like 200 years old. I'm not even kidding. So we have 20, 30, let's see. We can do a 20 here. And so I saw what she did. So I took the marker and I wrote on the wall that we'll just say Miss Star was here for 2 years. Since she said my assistant was there for 200 years, I said, well, Miss Star was here for 2 years because I've been at this current school for 2 years. So let me make sure this is correct. 50, 70, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Yes. And so I said, when I saw her back at school, I said, why do you need to clean the what you wrote off the wall? It's going to be an old building. We're moving to a new building. She said the assistant principal called her out her house to come and wash it off the wall. I said, are you serious? And she was like, yeah. And I said, well, he didn't call me. I said, he must have thought you just wrote everything on the wall. It was so funny. All right, so I'm checking this binder. I said, yeah. I said, he must have just thought you wrote that all by yourself. So anyway, I said, look, I'm going to help you because I felt bad. And we were all so shocked. We was like, really? Why does it need to be cleaned off the wall? I guess they're gonna sell the building. I don't know. Anyway, all we did know is we were supposed to clean it. Mind you, it was in permanent marker. So we got everything that we could think of. We went and found the custodians, and they found us some bleach. So we tried to get it off with bleach. It wouldn't get off. Then we had some spray stuff that we found that still wouldn't get off. And for a second, I said, you know what? We're mixing all these chemicals. Our assistant principal was going to come in here and find us dead on the floor. Because this right here, 10, 15, 20, is dangerous. I said, my nose is burning, and I think I got a chemical burn, and I think I need to go to the hospital. And they thought I was playing. But I mean, my fingers were a little bit tingly on this side. But, you know, it's fine now. But, yeah, long story short, we couldn't get that writing off. Could not get that writing off. When I left yesterday, the writing was still up there. However, she was going to go back to the store and see if she could find some, what is it called? Is it DW40 or WD40? One of them. And see if that would get it off. But it was a time. I did feel bad a little bit. This is fine. That doesn't need to be condensed anymore. That's empty. I think taxes is also fine. Okay, so that's it for this binder. Of course, we will get in trouble. And that's what I get. Let that be a lesson to you. Don't ever follow behind nobody. Because usually when I get to work, I just get there and I just keep my head down and do my job and go home. Let's see, 20, 40, 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is probably why he didn't think that I could have did 10. He didn't think that I actually wrote on there because I wouldn't. Normally I wouldn't. I really do just do my work and go home. I try to cause no trouble, at all. Should I condense this? I got a hair appointment coming up. I'm going to just do 50 soon. And I don't know if I want to take all of that in there. But that's all I can do for right now. So 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 131. Yeah, so that was just crazy. Meanwhile, my actual assistant, that's empty, was because we was trying to tell her, you in trouble with us. And she said, nah, I was just over here minding my business. I didn't write on nothing. Okay, that just has $4 in it. I said she would say that. Anyway, so that was my last day of work. Was that story too long? I don't know. It was really funny. Okay, so I think the rest of these might be all right. I'm just gonna go through quickly. That just has $10. That should just have a 50 and a 70 in it. And it does. And Mother's Day just has 11. That just has 5. So I'm gonna go in my roll the dice challenge because I had a note from myself to condense it. when I did my large condensing and I forgot. So let me go in here and see what I can do. Quite a bit. See, I knew it. Oh my goodness. Forgot about all these 10s, but it's okay. So we got 10, 20, 30, 40. Let me count these 20s over here first. 20, 40, 60, 80, $100 worth of 20s. So let me see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 20, 40, 60, 80. Okay, and that should be fine. Much better. Okay, so that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so very, very much. And leave me an octopus emoji, because my child, see, it's been a while since I had this little guy in some of my videos, but my child went and took her and turned her over this way and set her off over here to the side, and now she's just angry. So leave her a little octopus emoji so she could be happy again, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Bye-bye.